Hello everyone and welcome to my very first PES 2019 video. Already it's that time. The game has been announced today, the website has been launched as you can see, and also the release date has been confirmed. Now, there's been a leak about a week ago where this date was present, and I thought, maybe this is a placeholder, maybe it's just the date for the demo, but no, now it's confirmed. It's actually the release date, 30th of August, and it's going to be released on the 28th in America. So yes, we now have some details about the upcoming game, and it's going to be released way sooner than until now. It's a bit weird, because of what happened in the past 3-4 years. It was usually released in September, and PES 2015, if I'm not mistaken, was released even later, sometime in November. But anyway, this brings me back to the times when PES was usually released in the summer, June, back in the ISS days, and then August back in the early days of PES. Anyway, before we go into things, I must say that I'm a bit disappointed because this has been marketed as a full review, and even in that leak from a week ago, we saw them talking about plenty of new leagues that will be added to the game. And well, I thought since this will be a full review, we'll get to know all the new licensed leagues that will be present in the game, but no. They don't talk about them, they don't name any of them, they only say that it will be announced at a later time. Very well, nothing against that, but this means it's not a full review. I mean, anyway, let's get into things. So, first of all, as I said, the release date, 30th of August. But then, moving down, we also got a new slogan for this year, the power of football. Kind of bland, kind of generic, but anyway, let's move on. Down here we see the different editions of the game. We have a standard edition, a David Beckham edition, and a legend edition. So yeah, you know the standard stuff. You're paying extra money for a little extra features. But anyway, have a look here at the platforms that it's going to be released on: PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. So PES 2018 has been the last game released on last-gen consoles. Now I think this is great news, mainly because now they won't be held back by past technology. Then I won't have to create or port lesser versions of the game so they can run on older hardware. I think this is good, and combined with the early date that we're getting this year, I think, and I also of course hope that this is the case. I hope that they are releasing this one so early, so from now, or at least as soon as they release this one, to start working on improving the next game 2020 even further, or completely revamping it. They really have to bring new things to the table. They really have to start making the best PES ever, if not in the last few years, because the loss of the Champions League license is going to be significant. No matter how we're trying to talk about it, it's still going to matter. And speaking of that, there is nothing said about that in this announcement. The announcement made by UEFA a few weeks ago only talked about the Champions League license, or at least that's what I understood. So they might keep the other ones. I said this in one of my previous videos. But anyway, everything about licenses, once again, we'll have to wait a little bit longer. But I think they will have to reveal everything, all the details about the licensed leagues and the teams that will be in the game at E3. And why do I say that? Because usually they announce these things at Gamescom, but this year Gamescom is going to end only 5 days before this game will be released, so that will be way too late. So yeah, in any case, I think they will release all this info at E3. They have to. Again, Gamescom would be too late. Moving down here, we have a teaser trailer. Not very impressive. I do notice a few nice things into it. I won't play for you now because you can watch it yourself on the YouTube channel. But I have noticed a few things. Ball physics again seem to be improved or changed. They look much better. Hopefully they will feel much better, of course. That's the most important thing. From what I get from the trailer, the lighting has been completely changed. It looks even better. I seriously can't believe how outdated PES 2018 already looks. And we'll read something about this a little bit later. But also that new lighting, it really looks different as a time of day. So hopefully we'll either be able to choose the kickoff hour like in FIFA, or at least have 3 settings of time. We currently have day and night only, but hopefully we will get another afternoon one because we really need that with the sun setting, and it really is something that we need. A lot of games are played, you know, at 4 p.m, 5 p.m, 6 p.m, you know, during summertime or spring. The day is longer and the sun, there's still, you know, daylighting outside. Not the same as at midday, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, here it is. The first thing they are taking on the list here is authentic leagues. New fully licensed leagues are coming to PES 2019. Full details to be revealed soon. Well, we're already kind of starting off with a bit of a disappointment because we don't get any more details. But, you know, maybe they still have some things to get in order. Maybe they're still waiting for some responses. Maybe they're still waiting to land some deals. But again, why advertise today's event as a full reveal if you can't reveal all the leagues that we'll have in the game? Anyway, just a minor complaint. Look over here at the new PES ball model that we'll get in the game. As I said in my past videos, I love the unique looking customized balls that every game gets. And again, this one looks like a really interesting design. Moving on, new MyClub. Now, you know, I understand that Ultimate Team is a big thing and a lot of people are playing it and they're trying to copy that model. I do like MyClub more than Ultimate Team. I have played it myself and I think it's much better than Ultimate Team in a way. At least, I don't know, I think more comfortable playing it. But it already seems to be a big advertising point for the game. Now, you know, it brings them money. They have to advertise this. And you know, I'm fine with that, but I hope they won't take FIFA steps and focus like 80% of their developing power to MyClub and neglect the single player modes. Hopefully that won't be the case, but anyway, they are already starting with MyClub, and here are the new things that they will bring to this mode. High performance players will be introduced to the game depending on their performance in last week's match. These players will have boosted stats and possibly new skills for a limited period. Strengthen your squad with these special versions of your favorite players or get introduced to new players that perform well. They are also presenting here a new cards system, so they are copying Ultimate Team even more now. Again, this is a bit of a concern for me, but if it works well, then okay, I'm fine with it. If it's going to be implemented well, then fine. Yeah, what we get from this is that each player's performance in the game will be influenced by the real life performances in the matches that we'll play. Interesting, I think. And moving on, we have legend players again, like Beckham, Maradona, Cruyff, Nedved, Gullit, Maldini and Can will appear in PES 2019. New legends will be introduced later, so more of the same stuff that we got until now. If you are into this sort of thing, if MyClub is your biggest interest in PES, then you might be happy about this news. Personally, I'm just neutral, you know, I'm not very excited about this, but, well, if it improves, again, if it improves the game mode that brings the money so people can support this series, then I'm fine with that. Now, let's move on to magic moments. What does this mean right here? Let's see. The drama of the beautiful game, more visible and clearly portrayed through the many different playing styles. Introduction of 11 new skills traits that will help enhance player uniqueness, including edge turn, no-look pass, control loop, dipping shot and rising shot. These new skills increase the total in-game number to 39. Player individuality has also been taken to the next level, where skills and strengths are more prominent in impact and motion during gameplay. Dribbling animation and fluidity is now based on a variety of factors, such as player and ball positioning along the defensive line, precise feint moves to surpass around the sides, and awareness of the close proximity of the opposition while turning. New shooting mechanics with unique varied animations have been introduced, including motion of the ball slipping past the goalkeeper's outstretched hands, reactions of the attacker just slightly missed, and more intense / joyful reactions around the goal area. So what this basically means is new elements of animations added to the game. I don't really understand what this means. Motion of the ball slipping past the goalkeeper's outstretched arms. Okay, so like from saves, I don't really understand this. But moving on, it says a significant introduction is visible fatigue, which is a reworked, rebalanced stamina system. Now, you know, in text, in theory, this sounds great. But I'm afraid that it will be just a gimmick, you know, just an animation to play for us to say, oh, look, that player looks tired, I have to substitute him, you know. But hopefully this will actually impact their speeds, the way they are shooting, the way they are passing. As we can see in real life, a player that is really tired, a player that is exhausted, let's say in extra time especially, won't be able to shoot as well as he does when he's fully rested, won't be able to pass, pretty much won't be able to focus as much on the game, so he'll make a lot of mistakes. That's what I want to see, you know, not just a couple of new animations with them, I don't know, catching their breath or something like that. I want this to influence the gameplay, so hopefully that will be the case, but I'm afraid it's just going to be a gimmick. Let's continue though. Players will give clear visual indications. See, this is what I was telling you about. When they are tired, with their stamina level impacting how they play. Now this is what I wanted to hear, but again, hopefully it's not just, you know, text. This happened in the past. They're always announcing new things, rework things, revamps, completely changed. And when we're playing the game, it's not that much of a difference, but I hope it will make much more of a difference. It will be much more significant in this game and much more clear. Okay, so how you manage players during a match and when you make substitutions could be the difference between winning or losing. Again, I hope that will really be the case. Quick substitutions will be available when the ball goes out of play. A simple button press will give you recommended changes based on stamina and position. No need to interrupt the gameplay during a tense match. When I saw FIFA 18 introducing this last year, I swear I thought to myself, man, PES is going to bring this into PES 2019 as well. But the unfortunate thing is that it seems they're always one step behind. For instance, this year FIFA hasn't announced anything yet. Usually they reveal the game at E3. I'm sure we will see everything about the new FIFA at E3, so in about a month. And what I'm expecting FIFA to do this year, because they're always paying attention to these details, which is something weird because Konami, the PES series was known for this back in the golden days, but now again it seems like they are one step behind. So I'm expecting this year FIFA to introduce video assistant refereeing. This will be a huge marketing point. Mark my words, I'm expecting this to happen. I am 90% sure it's going to happen, and it's going to play a big role in the gameplay. I have a big feeling that this is what FIFA will do. And you know, PES only now are introducing quick substitutions, which is fine. You know, it is a feature that I really liked in FIFA. By the way, it's very useful. And yeah, it's very useful to not interrupt the game, not have to go into the pause menu and all that, or take all those steps that will waste time. So good thing that it is in PES, too bad that it's something that FIFA has already done, is my point. Improvements have been made to make the movement of the ball more natural and varied. The trajectory of the ball is now based on posture and how the ball was kicked. Also, situations like the ball bouncing off the goalkeeper's body or hitting a defender during a block have more realistic outcomes. Again, hopefully this is not just in theory, not just text written on the website. Hopefully we will be able to see and feel that, most importantly, because, you know, I don't want to sound skeptical, but I am a bit skeptical because every year for the past 3-4 years we've had pretty much the same thing announced in May or whenever the game was revealed. And why announce the same things every year? Because in the final game, there's not much of a difference. They don't really keep their promise to what they're saying here. So, you know, whenever I see text like this, whenever I see buzzwords used like this, I'm a little bit skeptical. But again, I'm hopeful. I'll wait for more details, even for a demo, of course, to get a taste of the game and see if things have truly been improved. And insisting on this idea, full body touch introduced last year has been further enhanced. How the ball is controlled depends more on the surrounding situation, allowing for smoother and contextual trapping of the ball. Again, more of the same that we got last year. One thing that really bothers me in PES 2018 is the overusage of backheel passes. It seems that every player can do this, even the goalkeeper. It is overused, it is annoying, and it breaks the immersion, it breaks the realism. And now, going back to the first point, where was it? They said new skills have been added, no look pass. So that means that I can add that to every player in the game. In real life, there are only a few players doing this. I mean, Ronaldinho has become famous for doing this, and now it is done by a few players. You know, if it is in friendlies, like you have in real life a charity match, and you have great superstars playing against each other for just an exhibition, and they're doing this, fine. But if I'll see that in Master League over and over again, it's going to be a problem. Well, that was a mouthful. We're now moving on to the next point, the beautiful game. We're going to talk a bit about graphics here. And this is what they say: 4K HDR support across all capable platforms. Experience PES 2019's realistic visuals with more clarity and realistic range of colors. Now, since the leak, I've noticed this in the screenshots. It does look very, very good. There's Coutinho taking a corner kick at Camp Nou. And as I said, I can't believe how outdated PES 2018 looks already. So, improved graphics, sure, always welcome. PES is a game that already looks good, so improving on that will just make it even better, of course. So we have a few screenshots here with the San Siro at night, the San Siro with what seems to be midday, and the Camp Nou with what seems to be afternoon. So again, as I said, hopefully we will get that option. We did not see this kind of lighting in PES 2018. I mean, look at that shade, it completely covers the pitch. We didn't have this in PES 2018, as I said, so hopefully we'll get a new time of play option. And this, I can't believe it, this was really unexpected, and this is something that I've been missing so much. Snow weather effects have been added. Not only will snow appear in the game, it will also affect gameplay. Now, to continue with my skeptical tone, I think you know what this means. We saw that as soon as rain starts pouring in the game in PES 2018, every player will start slipping around. So I guess this is what will happen in 2019, but hopefully it will slow down the game even further. I'd like it if they'll keep the realistic pace of the game that they added last year, and with snow now, hopefully that will, like I said, slow the game down even further. But again, knowing the decisions they make and what they do with PES, I think we know what this will mean. You will need to plan your strategy and make key choices based on the weather. We heard this last year with dynamic weather, so again, more of the same. And this is actually really interesting. The next one says something about the crowds. They have more details and animations added. Also, you will now be able to hear the excitement from the crowd throughout the stadium like never before. Deja vu once again. But hopefully, I do hope that we have more chance. We have more sound effects. Look at FIFA's crowds. Do you see the ball going towards the crowd? How many people are crouching to avoid getting hit by the ball? I was blown away when I first saw that in FIFA 18. So realistic, so cool. Or when you're scoring the goal, the fans go crazy and they run towards the edge of the stands. That is great. I wish we could see that in PES. But anyway, more animations. That's nice. From this Signal Iduna Park screenshot, the flags look a little bit better actually, which is interesting. So maybe cloth physics will be further improved. That would really mean something. And oh, look at that! They actually have the flag waving kids on the pitch, which is a thing at on this stadium before matches. I don't remember this from this last year's game, so I think this is a new thing. But anyway, about cloth physics, the flags look better, so hopefully kids will be improved this way as well. I want to see more movement, more realistic movement of the kids. So again, I truly hope they will improve the atmosphere because it is quite lacking in the game. And this is referencing what I said about the game not being on last-gen consoles anymore. By focusing on the latest platforms, a dynamic resolution system has been implemented. See all the on-pitch visuals with more detail and clarity. And it says something here about Enlighten, licensed by Geomerics Limited. This is a game company specializing in lighting effects in video games. So it seems that they're implementing a new system in the Fox engine, and no wonder, now I understand why the game already looks so much better. Such a simple trick, you know, with lighting can change the game drastically. It already looks a lot better than 2018. And finally, Master League Real Season. See what I meant in the beginning when I said that I'm a bit disappointed with what we got in this quote-unquote full reveal. We only get 2 sentences about Master League. So they started with MyClub, they added a lot of things, and they're ending with Master League, and they're only talking, just look how little text there is for Master League. This is a bit concerning. I'm a little bit disappointed, and you know me, I'm a big single player fan, and a lot of PES lovers have grown playing this game by themselves, you know, having countless hours and seasons in Master League and whatnot. So this is a bit concerning, but let's see what they're saying about this pre-season featuring the International Champions Cup, improved negotiation for transfers, and more licensed leagues. Again, more licensed leagues that we know nothing of yet, but I'm patient, let's stop nitpicking. The International Champions Cup, yes, this is something that they announced last summer, and I was expecting it to see it in PES 2018. It wasn't the case. Well, now it seems that it will be introduced in this year's Master League. So, you know, much like the Champions League license, I think this will mean, you know, maybe a personalized menu for the 3 or 4 matches that you'll play in the preseason before your Master League season starts. But I guess it's nice to have a new license. I don't know. We'll see what that means. But okay, maybe you have, you know, that realistic competition structure with the friendly matches being played in different continents, different countries. But that will also mean new stadiums, which we hear nothing about. And again, this is something that is slightly concerning. We hear nothing about new stadiums, even if not licensed ones. As I said before, just give us more generic fake stadiums. If you're not going to bring back the stadium creator, which in my opinion has been one of the best features in PES in the past decade, at least add more fake generic stadiums. That's what this game needs, more variety in the stadium department. These 3 key changes will make you feel more like an actual manager. Okay, that really doesn't make sense to me that much. The International Champions Cup will make me feel more like an actual manager, and more leagues. I agree with improved negotiation for transfers. If you're doing that, then fine, because this is something that needed much work, as we've seen in PES 2018 as well. So the little details that we get here: take part in the International Champions Cup before the season begins, find your best 11, determine your strategy, and finalize your tactics for the new campaign. Okay, so as I said, we'll play 3-4 matches in a friendly competition that will be licensed in the game. Alright, and improved negotiation system and budget management, added a resell and clean sheet option, so that strategy is needed not only on the pitch but also with club management. Well, we already needed strategy for club management as well, because you're selling players and all that. So that's it. Adding 2 new options for the transfers, and that's it. I don't know. Again, I don't want to sound skeptical or like I'm hating on the game already, but I'm a bit disappointed. This was advertised as a full reveal, and this is what we get about Master League. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's abysmal. Again, hopefully this very early release date of the full game means that we will get all the details at E3. So there you have it. PES 2019 has been revealed. Yes, the game looks good. Yes, what they're promising once again sounds interesting. But let's see if they will keep their promise, because they did say big things in the past and disappointed. PES 2018 is a good game. It has its flaws, its obvious flaws, but if those are ironed out and what needs to be improved will be improved, then PES 2019 will be very enjoyable. So there you go, I'm ending it on a positive note. You know how much I love PES 2018, I have a lot of fun playing it, but again, there are still a few things standing out that bother me. We'll have to wait. Again, hopefully at E3 we'll get to know everything we want to know. All the leagues will be revealed, we'll see what they are bringing new to the table, because again, they've lost the Champions League license, a license that they relied heavily on for selling this game. So they have to improve a lot of the other aspects to make the next game at least a good one as well, if not a better one than 2018, and one that will sell good enough. So there you have it, PES 2019 announcement. Are you excited? Have you been disappointed? Are you a bit skeptical like myself and waiting for further details? Leave your comments down below. I want to read them and respond and start a conversation. Let's see what the next month will bring with E3, and it's crazy to say this, but the new game will be released in about 3 months. So we already have to get ready for PES 2019. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let's see what the future brings, and fingers crossed for good news regarding the new PES game. Also, if you're following my World Cup series, I have to remind you again that tomorrow we'll have 3 new videos on the channel: Brazil against Switzerland, Costa Rica against Serbia, and Germany against Mexico. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll have new videos. Thank you for your support again. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you're enjoying this series. I'm really excited about it. So until next time, take care.